no, it wasn't treated as a comedy set. We approached it very straight, very, very real. And the results, the circumstances are such, it has to come out funny. It was well constructed in that way. It's not that some of the characters don't add and embellish Downey and Ben and Jack Black, but the situations are there. You can't do good comedy without good writing. It's really got to be there. At least the main circumstances have to be there. And my job was, just as the mall was to be a fake. I'm just as much a fake as there. Except I can't let a peep show because it'll all fall apart. Yeah.
You mentioned good writing, and you have a guy, you're a director, a writer, and star of the movie, wearing all these different hats. What was it like working with somebody who kind of has himself spread out so thin?
Well, it works well. Ben's, he doesn't leave a scene until he's for sure got it. That takes an actor to know when you really have it, and because acting is tough, and sometimes you want to cop out. You kind of got it. You want to slip out of it because it's getting uncomfortable. But that's when it's really starting to get good. Is when it gets uncomfortable. Because you're starting to get material that you haven't thought of, and so Ben was real good at staying at that. Then he made a couple of us schizophrenic and paranoid and tortured and torture he likes, Being a comedian, he automatically likes pain. Comedy is probably pain plus time or experience,
You did a lot of work with artificial hands. Did it take a lot to get used to using those?
Oh, yeah, because they started out, they just built a thing that, a standard procedure where I'd pull a whole bar, but then that made my arms 7 feet long. It hung down to here. So then I kept futzing with the design of it. And finally, we got it so I could just pull a little teeny loop in there, and I had my hand all the way up, so it wasn't so far away. And then Ben thought he was getting good, too. He was doing a scene. He picked up the coffee cup, and he said, "Oh, well, I'm getting as good as Nick." And he dumped the coffee on him, and the crew cracked up, So, I took those everywhere with me.